Meteorologist Jackson Chastain here with the latest edition of Weatherwise. Fall is upon us. We've got some very beautiful conditions outside. We've got nice temperatures, crisp mornings. What we also have in a few weeks is going to be some just change in the colors. We all love to see that. Now, it's not like New York. You can't go leaf peeping really as much down here in Mississippi, but it doesn't mean you still can't enjoy it for what it is and why it happens. So just know the typical occurrence is for chlorophyll, which is filled inside of these leaves. It really emits that green pigment, and that's just due to receiving sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water. You produce that pigment. The leaves are green as a result. They start to change really because the sun angle starts to change. As it starts to get lower and lower in the sky, these leaves are getting less and less sunlight. And as they do so, well, eventually these cells will start to form at the bottom of the leaf. It's part of a yearly cycle, but those cells start to form, and that really cuts off. It's like cutting off the circulation to the rest of that leaf. So it's not getting any nutrients. It's not getting any of that. It's still getting a little bit of sunlight, but really it's going to start to die and start to wither just a little bit. But before it does that, what happens is that there's actually sugar that's trapped in these leaves, and it's trapped in these leaves. Color pigments, new color pigments, actually produced to start changing the color of these leaves. And as a result, you start to see oranges and browns and yellows start to appear in these leaves. Now, interestingly enough, these leaves actually produce these colors already, but during the summer, when they're getting all these nutrients, the green pigment overpowers everything. So you're generally going to see mostly all green. But once that ability for the green chlorophyll to be produced, once that goes away, you start to see more color and more of that start to pop out. And as a result, you start to see the reds, the purples, the magentas, and it's really beautiful. In fact, it's amazingly beautiful. If you ever go to Mississippi State's campus or any of these other campuses that have all these different trees, you'll see all sorts of different kinds of trees that produce all sorts of different kinds of colors. So fall, really a beautiful time of the year, and all that because the chlorophyll just not being produced anymore, and you start to see some of those other colors that were previously hidden start to pop out and come out in those leaves. But that's all I have for the latest edition of Weatherwise this week. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to post those to Facebook, to Twitter. You can send me an email, but otherwise, you guys have a great one.
Weatherwise is brought to you by 4 County Electric Power Association.